Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. It is a Thursday, and I decided I am going to go to my favorite thrift store, Another Chance thrift store, in North Berwick, Maine, just because I haven't been in a while, and I just feel like walking around it. Well, there's not much to walk around. It's a very tiny space. I will not be bringing my camera in because, one, it's a tiny space and they would see me with the camera, and two, I have no interest in asking anyone if I can have permission to record. I'm not comfortable doing that. I don't like talking to people, and so I'm just going to skip it totally. But I thought I would take you for the ride since we haven't gone to North Berwick together yet, I don't believe. I might chat with you a little bit along the way. I don't know. I will for sure show you anything that I bought while there. I'm going to be looking for things for Upcycled Fashions, and I just want to see if there's anything I might get for Skylar. So let's just go. I'm so sad. My Emerson school is coming down and I haven't seen it yet. I don't even want to get into how I feel about old buildings being torn down. I think it's a sin. And I'm sure you can see it. I really wish I would have looked in the windows one last time, but I just think it's very sad. It was built, geez, I think I told you guys before, I can't remember, but it was in the early 1900s, and my mother actually went to high school there for just a little bit when she was just starting high school, so maybe like in 1937, but she didn't go to high school. She only went for a little bit and then she dropped out. I went there for kindergarten through 3rd grade, and my son went there from kindergarten to 2nd grade. I just wish they would have found a better use for the building. I just love old buildings. Now, if I were a millionaire, I would have bought the place and done something with it, but I'm not in a position to do that, so I can't save old buildings yet. Of you geeky enough to follow my travels on Google Earth, this is the intersection for Route 109 and Route 4. I turned south on Route 4, and that will take us into North Berwick. It's only about maybe 8 miles from here. I should have mentioned, I just assume everyone knows where I live. I'm in Sanford, Maine. That was the intersection of 109 and 4 in Sanford, Maine. Now I'm turning left on 9, which would take us to Wells Beach if we just followed 9 all the way down. But we are going to be turning right on a street that I don't know the name of, but maybe I can find out. I've never really looked. It is Main Street. This is North Berwick's Main Street. And now we're going on a forked road. We're taking the right side of the fork. And our thrift store is coming right up. Well, I guess I will park right here. We are going to the beige building, right kitty corner to me. I will at least show you the outside of the building. I can't see a thing, so I really don't know what you're seeing. I hope I have the front of the store for you. It should say Another Chance somewhere there. My screen is completely black. And that's how wide the store is. Just a little narrow store, and it's not very long. The building itself looks kind of long, but part of the back is just storage. And this is just what it looks like around here, assuming you're seeing anything. And I'm going in. That didn't go well. I went in. The first thing that got me mega excited was the signs on the building that said all clothing, women's and men's, didn't say kids, so I don't know if that's included, half price. So all the men's and women's clothing is normally $2.50 each, which is more than it used to be, but they're half price, so $1.25. So I got really excited. I just didn't find anything that jumped out at me. Not at all. I saw a couple of prints that I liked, but they were just like little narrow tank tops that I really couldn't do much with. They had some long dresses that would have given me a lot of fabric, but again, I just was not drawn to the actual dresses, and I just can't right now think of what to make because, I don't know, I've got stuff on my mind. I'm going on my trip in a week, and, you know, I just wanted to get out of the house and take the ride, so I'm okay with not coming out of there with anything. But here's the thing. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but there are some sounds that I absolutely can't stand. One of them is the vacuum cleaner. And I know that stems from childhood and with me not ever vacuuming good enough for different things, and or with my mother just coming in and vacuuming around my head when I was sleeping with no concern as to whether or not I was sleeping. I mean, I just don't like the sound of the vacuum. It's not that the sound itself bothers me. I'm pretty good with sounds. It just triggers things that I don't like. The woman was vacuuming in there, and it's a very small space. And she stopped for a few seconds, and I asked her a couple of questions, and then she said, "Do you mind if I continue vacuuming?" And what am I going to say? See, I'm not good at saying, actually, I'd rather shop without a vacuum running, you know, but I mean, to me, if I were running a business, I would never have vacuuming going on while there's anyone in the shop. I just wouldn't. So I said, go ahead. And I start looking around. Well, I went to the books to see if there were any books that I could get Skylar, and all of a sudden I feel something against the back of my leg. Without knowing, she had plugged in onto the wall near where I was standing, and then she went around, and when she went around into another direction, the cord got tight and it was against the back of my leg. So it was a cord and me and a bookshelf. I didn't even dare to say anything. I just stood there and I just waited. She'll be done at some point. You know, I just am so socially awkward that I don't even want to move the cord a little bit so I can step out from it. I'm afraid it will come unplugged from the wall. So I was just glued to that spot without knowing how to handle that situation. And I was also afraid if I start to try to get out from this, I could fall. I could just trip and stumble, especially when I'm not thinking straight, especially when I'm upset about how things are going during my shopping trip. She finally stopped and came and unplugged it, and, you know, didn't even notice the fact that it was right there where a customer because I just don't understand. I don't understand how people are, that they can't think in advance or think things through and just realize that vacuuming while somebody is right there. I'm not the only one in the store. There were a couple of other people too. You know, it just was very unpleasant and it gave me a headache. There are probably 100 little flies right outside my window, like little tiny black flies of some kind. I don't know what's going on. It's the end of the world. So while I was trapped at the bookshelf, I did get 2 books. No prices. Had to ask. I don't like that. Oh, I think all books are 25 cents and smaller ones are 10 cents. Smaller than what? Smaller than this book? You know, it's like... So one that I got is, and I'm just going to pack these in my luggage and give to Skylar. She loves books like this when we go to the library. We take them out all the time. We take the same ones out over and over again. She has her favorites. And this one is just lookalikes, and it's all like, it's not an I Spy, but it's all things that are, you have to find like everyday objects in the pictures. And she just likes that. Let me see if I can find one. You know, it's just things like, for instance, this little house has like crackers for the roof. And this little thing is a chapstick. And it's just all different pictures like that. And you just get to look at them. And, oh, and in the back it will tell you all the things on each page that you can be looking for. So that's pretty cool. So for $1, I definitely took it. So this one is called Lookalikes by Joan Steiner. Discover a land where things are not as they appear. Find more than 1,000 hidden everyday objects. The other book I got is a partially used book, but again, for $1, we're going to have fun with this. It's Art Projects 2, and it is just filled with things that Skylar, whoops, and there's a piece that just fell out. Filled with things that Skylar can cut out. I don't know what I'm showing you. Whole pages are flying out. There's a funny kind of a tree. You know, even stuff like this. She just likes to cut things out. She can do whatever she wants with them. She can cut them out and throw them away. I don't care. Ooh, and she can color them. There's some holiday themed things. And it has the instructions also, how to do each craft. But I bought it mainly, oh, see a pretty flower. I bought it mainly just for the paper. There's some solid color pages in here. And just for the fun of cutting things out. So that's all I got. I spent 50 cents and she rang it in wrong and had no clue how to unring it. And I had to stand there and wait. So... And then I asked how long the sale is going on because I thought maybe I can come on non-vacuuming day. And they didn't know that either. None of them knew. I think it's just running until they move a lot of stuff. So that was a little discouraging. Now I'm going to go home. I am not going to put the camera on because I don't want to take the time to upload all that extra footage. I took you here. I'm going home. I'm just going to say bye to you right now. And hopefully I can find some inspiration to do something fun today. I do get like this before I have to travel because I just think of all the things I have to do to get ready. From now until I'm on the plane, I will be stressed. The minute I'm on the plane, I will chillax and all will be good. So I do leave on April 27, which is a week from today. All right, I'm just going to sign off. Thank you so much for coming for the ride with me. I'm sorry I couldn't be more uppity, but, you know, vacuuming. I'll be back with more soon. Bye!
Please subscribe if you haven't yet. All you have to do is click my face, and then you will be a member of the Peanut Gallery.